so I will share my experience about Africa, AI, and website builders. So I think it will be interesting for everybody. So my role in company is incredible because I'm not founder, I'm founder, but not CEO anymore. Somehow a little bit maybe investor, but incredible. It's my role. I write it everywhere. So by the way, I'm a traveler, and you know, right now you can visit countries. Just you open the phone and just scroll it. So I'm this, you know, old-fashioned guy who physically come to country. You know, come to Gambia, take a jeep, go to the desert. Maybe in Gambia no desert, but go to the wild places, or cross Kalahari Desert, and go to Swaziland or Madagascar and search hosting companies who speak in English. You know, so I'm really this crazy guy. So in these all countries, I also try to meet hosting guys, not only travel. So do my own research, how it's going. Of course, while I'm traveling, the information is getting old, countries are changing, but just my point of view is a little bit different. That's right, you can see African countries that I visited, and technically in these countries, if I come to, let's say, Comoros, I meet with like biggest telecom. If you come to Cabo Verde, also find some hosting companies that are tiny, but still get some experience with them, so we'll share something. So firstly about AI. Now everybody is crazy about AI. You know, like everybody talking about AI. So the problem is that we as a human, we developing arithmetically. So we are slowly, 200 years ago we can speak 3 languages or 2 languages. Till now we do not speak 50 languages, yeah? So we're a little bit wiser than 200 years ago, but still we're getting, of course, more information, but nobody of you will know 50 languages or 100, and still, if I say you to multiply 2,315, multiply 100, I don't know, 15, you will like collapse, you know. So with AI, it's much easier. So can you see a zebra, like a real zebra, and you just making a picture of zebra? So zebra doesn't understand what's happening, right? Zebra just see it like a human, or you are making a picture, make some filters, but zebra doesn't understand what's happening. So the same, we do not understand what's happening with AI. So we are not so smart to understand how fast is AI improvement. We ever unable to understand how fast it is and what will be the future. So how zebra unable to understand our speech, we unable to understand how fast AI, what will be the future. This is very known guy. He was like mentor in 2024. He invested more than 20 billion startups. So really known guy. He said, if we stop AI now, if we stop all development, we have to do work for 20 years. 20 years we still need what to do while we implement what we did. So 80 or 90% of businesses will need fast changes. If they do not change, they will just collapse. There was this hotel, it's like real estate, but if they have no changes, after 10 years other hotels will be smarter. So every business now needs to be changed. And it's a huge opportunities for Africa. Because, let's say, if you see global income, US and China is number 1, Europe is delayed, Africa is also delayed. So now it's the way, like the time for changing. Now big changes will be done. Because it's time of changing, there are lots of lazy people everywhere. And because of AI, we can do big steps. So for Africa, it's big opportunities. Because earlier, there was like old rules. Now rules are changing. Every investor knows when rules is changing, you have big opportunities. So, okay, go next. Okay, so this is like some examples of easy AI. So I think it's everybody using like this. So the main slide, just, you know, it's now very obvious for everybody, like create something for me. So it was the first AI level. Create a website for me, grid one, or make a website like ADCD. So it's, now everybody have it. For example, if you're not technical, you can type, create a website for my mom, for her dress salon in Tunis, and it will be done. It was made, it's popular even 2-3 years ago. By the way, we have AI patent for 8 years. I have a patent personally that we made 8 years ago, so AI really, we use it like, for a long time. Also, we have of course, text generation, SEO things, AI chat, so all these things are now basic, and I think mostly all software is using it. But if you go deeper, when I was shocked firstly when I saw how AI generates websites. Not just simple websites, but generate all codes. If you take a website and say, please change something on the website and provide all HTML to the robot will think a little bit and then output. So robot can understand all HTML, all related files and generate something. The only one problem, I was talking today at the first presentation, is the price. If some of you are a little bit technical guys, let's say your website has 500 pages and you just need to, the same block in 20 languages. Just to move this block up or copy. How deep SQL works, or how deep SQL work. You provide HTML from all your website, send to him, he just tries to understand, to structure information, and then output the same amount of HTML to you. So technically sometimes we saw prompts like cost 20 cents, 40 cents, $1. Of course, it will become cheaper and cheaper, but still all prompts usually is wasting of time. It's only profitable for media, profitable for OpenAI, or profitable for other guys. But technically, users do stupid prompts, lots of codes are generating, and users do not use it. And at the end, let's say Zaid has ADCD website, and he needs to make small changes. Small changes, just would like to add button. He said to robot, please provide something. And robot sent all HTML to Zaid. What Zaid will do with this HTML? He needs changes on the website. He doesn't need all these tons of codes, related files, 25 related files of style sheets. So the main idea I would like to say is that we need to work with robot in the blocks, and not with in HTML level, or not in PHP level when we're building a website. Because when robot provides you lots of data, technically you don't need this data. You need small changes on the website. Why robot provides me all these, 25,000 files? And we did the study. And compare. Yeah. So we separate all. We separate. So if you see the table, we have two types. One is website builders, other HTML generators. Do you know website builders like Weebly, Wix, Site.pro, any of them? And they have some options. This is we compare 9 competitors. And then we have HTML generators. And at the left you can see features. And you see none of website builders has the feature no limitations. When you talk to HTML generator, you can say, put 25,000 images on the first page. Make it in the cycle, in different size, I don't know, something like this. And robot will generate something. When you go to website builder, usually it's limitations. So what we did, we copied, we teach AI how to use our product. And by the way, it's the future for every product. Because developing each feature in your product takes time. But if you teach robot how to use your software, you become unlimited. You will have the same flexibility as HTML generators. So we start doing it and we succeed. So we teach robot how to use our software. By the way, we have few softwares, also accounting software, so we can talk to a robot and he will do accounting. So it's really like future for every software. Any software you have, the next generation will be AI who works with this software. MCP, if you know this slogan. So what happened? Now, when website is ready, can you imagine? Like probably all website builders can generate a website. GoDaddy, Wix, blah 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 blah. But when you need to edit existing website, 90% of builders are disappearing. Just because they only know how to generate something from template. That's all. We built the story that you can with chat change what you want, add forms, translate, add languages. Technically, what human can make, robot can make. And what is interesting, robot has no limits. You never know what's happening. You can say translate your website. That robot works faster than human. And next one, we understood usually when in real life, for example, if you make a website, you all together, and we have AI assistant. Usually we talk to assistant, change something or do something, and assistant works for 3, 5, 10 minutes. So we understood this assistant should work simultaneously with you. So can you imagine I and you were together making a website. I'm responsible for design, you for content, you for pictures. We're all together making websites, and they say to AI, hey guy, please align translations French and Arabic, because we make lots of French changes, please align all changes with Arabic. And robot will do it simultaneously. So we're all together building a website. So websites can be done in minutes, and it's really, how to say, natural for the people. So a robot is like assistant who helping you. You can write few robots like in real life. And one more thing is, if you would like to use this technology, it's ever free. So as a hosting company, you just install the plugin, that's all. So for hosting company, you don't ever need to pay. Mostly you install the plugin, it starts working. For end customer, you just come, click a website builder on your cPanel or WCMS or Lesk or any other control panel. Create a website, ever with AI. You can just use your voice. Blah blah blah. Ever with our product, you can do make a website similar to this with a trap on the title page with create several pictures about me on the beach and form with a button. And just robot listen to you and create it. So even now it's possible and it's cost nothing. So you just install plugin, your customers create website, ever with voice, and upgrading it. So the system works like this. So in my opinion, because we have a big gap of the speed of website, so I think just if you train lots of people in Africa who can make a website, so it could be really nice continent for creating massively creating lots of websites for all the world. Because now it's much more simple, much more easier, and much faster. Okay, just if you have any questions, let me know.
If it's so simple, everyone can do it. Why shouldn't Africa do it for the world? Everyone can do it themselves. You don't need Africa, you don't need India, everyone does it. Why should Africa now use their pages? Because I can do it myself. No, I don't need Africa. It's simple as you said.
Yes. The idea is, for example, if you're an editor, it's obligation for you for use GPT, not for creating the texts, but creating, for example, fixing the errors or something like this. For example, yesterday I wrote the article to Forbes, and my editor creates the article. I just make a voice and she writes the article. Said this part was made by GPT, this was nice part, and this part also made by GPT. Because when GPT doing something, let's say, they have no meaning. You see words, you see sentences, they have some logic but no meaning. And what I would like to say is that this is not like do like this, website is done. Still you need some logic. And you said why African? Because now Africa is a little bit delaying in technology side. So now we provide to person a computer and his salary is very small. So he can really make it much cheaper. And he will use, of course, the same technology as smart people, but just the costs are smaller. So it's big opportunities here. For example, in Germany, let's say your salary 10K monthly. So your hour rate is like $40. So the monthly rate is $40. So for me, it's like big changing here. Robots do everything you want, but no logic. So they do not put heart in it.
Because it means at the end of the day, it's not that easy, that simple. Because, as you said, this is nothing new. This exists for 3 years already, you know. And I had created a web page just 2 months ago, and my nephew, who is a mathematics genius and Czech player, he did it with AI. It looked basic, and then he wanted to change something, as you said, from zero, from scratch. It looked good, but then I wanted to have this different, and then it was screwed up all again. Again, it resulted that I paid some professional company to build the web page. It was not so expensive, €3,500. It took him 1 month. So old-fashioned way looks 10,000 times better. So that's what you said. That's why it's a chance for Africa maybe, because in theory it sounds, as you said, you just say do this, and in 5 minutes it's there. It's not like this. It still takes time, and then actually the salary has an impact. Of course, it's different if you pay €40 or €4, yes, because it's not that easy. In theory, yes, maybe for people like you, but not for the average people.
Yeah. So
this was the idea. That's what the understanding. That every average people, every person who can speak, you know, can be analphabetic, but can speak, can create web pages. This was how it looked like, but it's not that simple.
Yeah. For example, when you need a small sentence, you just take GPT, generate small sentence. Like GPT will do it perfectly. When you need some meaning, so you need to put also your heart. So because it's still a robot, it understands a lot and understand tomorrow much more, but still he doesn't know about you. Somebody need to collect information, let's say physically take from information from you, or understand the meaning. Or the website is really perfect, but it's not like, you know, similar as your business, you know. So of course we will do, and for example, as me, I need the AI picture. Maybe a simple AI picture I can make myself, but when I need like set of pictures, I will hire somebody who will do it with AI. Still I can do it, and still now, technically, every CEO can make every work. Ever can replace lawyer, can replace all things. But still easier to hire a lawyer who will use all these tools because he will build more experience and everywhere. And just I think more it could be, Africa could be second India, something like this. Just because it's good chance. Earlier you need big study, you need, I don't know, hundreds of hours of learning to be competitive in the IT sector. Now you can just need computer, I don't know, a few hours, so you can create some value for people. And of course, okay, I can speak forever, so you need to stop me. Thank you for your time. Thank you, Zaid, for the nice conference. Big pleasure that you invite me, and big pleasure to see.
Thank you for supporting the event as well. For 3 years, 3 editions.
Yeah. And nice that the event is going better every year.
Hopefully next year will be